Thank you, Amanda. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna cover the camera to not turn it off, and I'm going to wait until now 5:30, but I mean, we're ready to go. Thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Good evening. This is Dr. Norma Villanueva with the Nueva Luz Foundation, and we are going to have our afternoon session of the Alzheimer's Dementia Support Group. You're going to see that I started off on the comment section letting you all know that you can put in comments and questions, and we'll be checking there occasionally throughout tonight just to see what everybody's interest is on topics. So let me start off by saying thank you for being here and for joining us. And I'd like everybody to stop and think just a second. So who's a caregiver? A lot of people are caregivers. First of all, the main person taking care of their loved one with Alzheimer's. But it's also all the other extended family members who come in and out, contribute in any way they can. And it's also the professionals. We cannot take care of the person that we love that has Alzheimer's and dementia if we're not healthy and if our healthcare providers aren't healthy. So this Alzheimer's dementia support group for caregivers includes everybody, family members, direct, indirectly involved, and we'll be having a separate group as needed for the professional caregivers. There would be the CNAs, the nurses, the home providers, the healthcare workers. But we're also able to do this in English and in Spanish. You'll just need to let us know if any of those specialty groups are needed, and we'll be happy to schedule them in. Please know that we're here at the Far One Center on Olana Street, and so we're here in person as well as live. So you're welcome to join us live, or you're welcome to join us also on this video. I wanted to start off by letting everybody know that this is not set in stone. The topics are not pre-chosen. Today they are because it's the first group. But what's going to be happening in this support group as we get moving? We want you all to tell us what are the topics and the questions that are most important to you. And number two, we want to hear from you in a collaborative manner. There is no better expert on how to help caregivers and what support they need than the people who have and who are being caregivers. You've already problem solved. You've already found creative ways to see how to help your loved ones, how to keep your sanity and your energy going. So we're really hoping that the support group turns into a time when everybody can share, everybody can learn, and everybody share their pearls of wisdom that they've developed over time. For those of you who have not had the opportunity yet to really dig into this topic of Alzheimer's and dementia, let's go over some of the super basics just in case anybody out there needs them. So first of all, it is a brain disorder. It is a degenerative disease. And what they're finding is in the degenerative diseases, anywhere between 60 and 70% develop some form of dementia or Alzheimer's. That's a pretty high percentage. And the problem with that is it leads to all types of problems. So individuals with Alzheimer's and dementia will have problems with language, disoriented, getting lost, losing where they are. Now, we all know that when we get super highly stressed, we lose cell phones, we lose remotes for televisions, our keys. We're not talking about forgetfulness. What we are talking about is an identified pattern of loss, memory loss, disorientation. There's also problems with language, including losing your train of thought, not being able to follow a conversation. And the mood swings. If you can imagine, for an individual who's an adult who's led a healthy life, for them all of a sudden to not know where they're at, who they are, or who they're speaking with, even if it's just for seconds, that makes them lose their control over themselves. How scary is that? So what we want to do is give people back security, safety, and control as much as possible as they live their life on this journey of Alzheimer's and dementia. The other thing that a lot of people neglect in looking at as a symptom is some of the motor skills that are lost. People become imbalanced, swaggering, losing their balance, sometimes not to the point of falling, but to the point of being at risk of falling. And if you combine risk of fall with elderly, you know, with all of the osteoporosis and some of the other bone issues and arthritis, a broken bone could be devastating. So we really need to look at those issues also. Is somebody stumbling more? Are they becoming more difficult to do the normal task of walking from the bathroom, going from standing to sitting? And again, it's not the ones that happen temporarily. It's when you see a pattern of behavior developing. Now, why is this so difficult to treat? And why is this so difficult to identify? Because what happens is that it's a buildup of protein that deposits on a part of the brain called the cerebral cortex. And so once that process starts, there really is no treatment that cures it. It's all about living healthier so that those protein deposits don't grow faster than they should or could. And it really is holistic care, complete holistic care. So let me take a pause here and introduce you to what we call as step one in a caregiver's survival. So again, if we're not healthy, how can we take care of the people that we love? So at the Nueva Luz Foundation, we like to start with the basics, and the basics is breathing. That is how your heart works healthier, how you oxygenate your blood, how you get your system working in a relaxed manner. And that's important because of all of those buildups of toxins. How do you clean them out of your system? Through your blood flow. So you do that with breathing. So here is our technical equipment that we're going to need. First is a pipe cleaner, and then beads. So I am going to show you all how to use a breathing stick. If you get your breathing, long breath out, short breath in, and make it relaxed, and you keep it going for 40 seconds, you make a change in stabilizing your heartbeat. It works better. It oxygenates your body better, including your brain, but also it gives you those few minutes to relax. When you're a caregiver, relaxing for 5 minutes sometimes is a luxury. I know that not only as a professional, but also from personal experience. I was a caregiver for 4 years, and there were times of complete exhaustion. But we can make ourselves healthier and more resilient by breathing. So again, everybody one day get a pipe cleaner. And what you're going to do is you're going to bend it over as if it's a J, and then you're going to twist. And you're going to make that one end of your breathing stick. So it looks like this. Then you're going to make sure to pick a pipe cleaner, the color that is important to you, that soothes you, that you love. So this is green because green is one of the colors that's assigned for mental health. And then you're going to put in 10 beads. And again, choose beads a color you like. So I like a lot of color, so I'm going to get an orange one. Then I'm going to get a purple. I'm going to get a dark green. We're going to get 10. Then I'm going to get a yellow and a blue. So here's my first 5, and this is what they look like. Now you're going to see that I'm going to repeat my colors again because I just like keeping count of things and I like keeping things organized. So I'm going to put another blue one because that helps me know my midpoint. And again, that's just my preference. And then I'm going to put another yellow, another green, a purple, and then number 10 is another orange. So there's my beads, and on this open end, I'm going to make another J. I'm going to twist it, and there I have my breathing stick. So how do you use a breathing stick? Again, the purpose of the breathing stick is number one, you want to have fun. Caregivers don't have a lot of opportunity for fun. So you want to have fun. So you want to make the colors that you love, so it's pretty to look at, it's fun to look at. And what you want to do is give yourself those quiet moments, 2-3 minutes of calmness, 2-3 minutes of a little bit of mental and physical rest. So remember, when you are trying to calm your mind and body at the same time, it's the out breath that's the most important. So you grab your bead, breathe in, and breathe out nice and long. And breathe in, and breathe out nice and long. And breathe in, and breathe out. See how it paces you? It just helps you slow down. And breathe in, and out. Breathe in as you grab the bead, and out. And see how I'm at my midpoint? See, I need to know when these are going to end, so I like midpoints. We're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And again, we're breathing out as we slide the bead. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And my last one, breathing in and out. So you saw, that didn't take a lot of time, but it's just a moment of quietness. And again, remember, when people are caregivers, there are not enough hours in the day, and there is certainly not enough time for themselves. So sometimes we can take these few precious moments to just rest and have a little breather for a while. And again, you choose your color. So here's another example, and you'll see how different it looks. So here's a white one that was pre-made. The beads are larger, lots of colors, and then here's the one that I made. So you see the variety of colors. It's good to your eyes. We've had a couple of people make them, and they like them to be all the same color and everything dark. I happen to like bright, and so here's these examples. So what we're going to be doing in this support group is every time we have one, which will be every Wednesday morning at 10:30, every Wednesday afternoon at 5:30, and we'll have a topic that's going to be brought up. And depending on the topics you all tell us you want, there will probably be some guest speakers in that specialty. In the Nueva Luz Foundation, we're all social workers, clinicians specializing in PTSD and trauma. And so, as mental health professionals, we like things to be very practical, easy to use, so that way people can use them. So as we go through the topic, when we finish, then we're going to always do an activity. But starting this week, if you watch our Facebook page, nuevaluzfoundation.org, you're going to see that we're going to be posting the supplies for next Wednesday. We'll do the same project morning and evening, but this time you'll know ahead of time, what do you need? Do you need scissors? Do you need paper? Do you need this? So that way you can do the project together with us, and that way it's not me demonstrating, but us actually doing it together. The coping skills that we like to choose are usually very practical and a little bit fun, because again, caretakers need to have some time for fun in their lives, so that they have some enjoyment. Again, if anybody has any comments or any questions, please feel free to post them for us, and we'll be happy to address them. So why are we doing this? The idea for the Alzheimer Dementia Support Group for Caregivers was thanks to the city of FAR. The city of FAR wanted to give more services, not just to the citizens of the city of FAR, but also here in the Rio Grande Valley. And so their health department obtained a grant for giving these services. Also, you can call the city of FAR Health Department to get information for references for help, referrals to different agencies. So they're doing a lot of beautiful work in getting the information out there so that that way you don't have to use your energy in order to look for resources and assistance. They will help you. The Nueva Luz Foundation partnered with them to help them with these support groups. So let's talk a little bit about what's available. Again, we can do them in English and in Spanish. And if these times of Wednesday at 10:30 or in the morning or in the evening at 5:30 is not convenient, let us know what is convenient for you, and we can always establish a time. Now, if there's a group of people that are in a certain area, we can find a location where we can meet and do a support group there. For example, one facility asked us for their staff who are caretakers in their Alzheimer's unit could get support, and we said yes, and that we'd be happy to go to their facility, to their workplace, so that that way their staff wouldn't have to leave to get the support that they need and that they wanted. So remember that the whole goal is health. Take control back of your life, control back of your health, be able to get some rest, and learn the secrets that other people have learned through time, and share with each other on how best to cope with being a caretaker and staying healthy. I wanted to stay quiet for a few minutes to give you guys a chance to sort of breathe and think. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Nueva Luz Foundation, we're a nonprofit organization that was started in 2013, and we specialize in the treatment of trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. We see crime victims, we see people who have suffered abuse, individuals that have had traumas for medical procedures, accidents, and we also see first responders, and we also see individuals who are going through a critical illness. A lot of people don't think of it that way, but a critical illness is a traumatic event because your entire life changes, not just yours, but your loved ones and all of your family around you. And either everybody gathers together for mutual support, or everybody starts living like lone wolves, and that is too difficult. And so what we're hoping is to ease some of the strain on our caregivers so that then our loved ones with Alzheimer's and dementia can do better and can thrive better. So we're very excited about this project. It's still relatively new, and the support groups will be available now until the end of October or September. I believe it's September. Now, if there is enough need and enough utilization, then we can possibly talk to the funding source for the grant to be able to extend it. But right now, the grant ends on August the 30th, and then September, through the end of September, we're going to be looking at the statistics, what was the utilization, what were any benefits, to see what's happened and how we can make this a better opportunity for people. I want to thank everybody who joined us. I'm very pleased to see that we had attendance here. And again, I'll give you guys a few minutes to see if there's any questions or comments. But otherwise, please watch our Facebook page, because again, we're going to be announcing by Friday what our project is going to be for next week, so you can start to gather the supplies. No, you won't have to buy anything. It's just a matter of little things like pipe cleaners and beads, or paper and colored pencils, because we want to be able to do fun activities. The Nueva Luz Foundation believes in giving people a choice from traditional therapy. Yes, we offer that, but we also offer creative arts, heart rate variability training, and teach a lot of coping skills. The goal is to give people back power over their health and well being. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing anybody who might come back next Wednesday. Remember, we will be live Wednesday morning at 10:30 and back in the evening at 5:30. Please feel free to message us if there's any questions that you have that you want to do in private, or if you just want more information about the program. Everybody be blessed and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us.